Hello and welcome to New Filmmakers Los Angeles in partnership with Movie Maker magazine. My name is Danny DeLillo and we're here at the South Park Center. I'm with Alex, Jack and Maddie with their movie Jormungandr. Let's take a look at the clip.
I was only about 7 years old when I started to doubt the existence of the Christian God. But it seemed illogical. I didn't like this God that was always there ready to punish you if you didn't do things right. I just decided once that I would now convert to paganism.
Congratulations guys on your movie.
Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
What an amazing experience. I absolutely loved it. But for those that haven't seen it, tell us a brief synopsis of your film.
So it's a short 5-minute documentary piece. It follows Jormungandr Ingi Hansen, who is the owner of a vintage men's clothing store in downtown Reykjavik and was the high priest of the pagan religion in Iceland for about 15 years. He also helped revive the religion in the 70s. So yeah, we went out to Iceland and filmed him for a few days and sort of made a short profile piece about him and his beliefs about the world, religion, nature, etc.
I mean, I love this film, and you know, when you can in 5 minutes just captivate an audience just by nature, by what he was speaking about, how inspiring it was. I felt like I left a better human just hearing what he had to say and seeing this beautiful landscape. Now, I don't know who wants to take this, but where did the inspiration come from in finding this, you know, great guy and making this film?
I can start with that, speak to that a little bit.
Yeah.
So Jack and I had been wanting to make a film in Iceland. Jack's a very talented DP, and Iceland is obviously pretty aesthetically pleasing. So we had been wanting to do that, but we didn't have a subject for a documentary. And we were doing some research, and I found, so I have an old film instructor who lives in downtown Reykjavik. He's American, but he lives there full time. And I saw on his Instagram some pictures of a very dapper old man that he liked to spend time with, and I thought this guy looks kind of interesting. And so he had posted his name on an Instagram post, and we looked him up, and it turns out he is who we discovered him to be, Jormungandr, the ex-high priest of the pagan religion in Iceland. And so I sent Lee a Facebook message. We got the ball rolling, got introduced via Skype, and yeah, and then we chatted with Jormungandr. He was game. He may be 80, but he's kind of like a 17-year-old trapped in an 80-year-old man's body.
Yeah, he seems extremely youthful.
Yeah, he's with it for sure. And yeah, so he was game to do the documentary, and we went out there, and like I said, we shot it over the course of 4 days last summer.
Wow.
And he took off work and just followed us all over Iceland and showed us some cool locations.
I mean, it's the most beautiful locations. Maddie, how did you get involved in the project?
I actually traveled to Iceland with my brother as we backpacked.
Oh, nice.
Iceland like the month before.
Oh, wow, that was good.
Yeah, so
amazing.
When I was there, we all kind of were talking about this, and since they had come up with this idea that they wanted to, go with, and we all connected and we went to college together. So we kind of didn't really. We just put it together last minute. It kind of happened within 2 weeks, and all of a sudden we were like, all right, we're going to Iceland, and yeah, we were planning it while I was still in Iceland.
Yeah. Oh, really? That's so good.
Yeah.
So you were kind of location scouting a little bit too, right?
Yeah. It was great, and we got to go to some places that I wasn't able to go to, and because he was who he is, we were able to go further into, for instance, the valley. I can't remember exactly the pronunciation, but Thingvellir, and he just pulled out his little flip phone, his Nokia, and called up the director of the national park and asked him if we could film before it opens to the public. So we were there at like 4 in the morning with our equipment and filmed. We're able to go to places that people and tourists weren't able to because of who he was, which was really special.
So he was obviously the community really loved him. Jack, what's it like literally filming in what is probably a postcard? Like, it was so beautiful, like that you captured the most incredible shots. How was that kind of experience for you, and was there any challenges with that?
I mean, I think Iceland, like, I mean, a lot of my work is more kind of landscape based, and I think that Iceland, obviously had some beautiful landscapes, and the light itself was pretty consistent throughout the day. Like one of the things that I look for as a DP when I'm shooting outdoors is like shooting around like the golden hour or the early morning light, which allows me to obviously capture the best images. And I think Iceland itself had an 18-hour day for us to shoot stuff. So we were only there for a short period of time, so it really allowed us to maximize the shots we wanted to get. And Iceland was just incredible. Like you not only just have beautiful landscapes, but you have like waterfalls, you have ice, fields of ice, and pretty much every possible like climate you could ever think of there in one area, and it's all easily accessible, which is pretty amazing.
And how is it working, as you say in documentary, your subject in Jormungandr? How was that experience, and what was his reaction having a story told about him?
I mean, like I said, he was such a great subject. I guess we didn't know him before we went to Iceland, and I didn't really know what to expect personally. But just meeting him the first day, I was like, this guy has a lot to say and a lot of insight. And then coupled with that, like the guy tagged along with us for like 16-hour days, like no problem, like
His cane.
with his cane, like took off work. I mean, he was just like seriously like a trooper. Like, yeah, he was amazing.
He must have been quite inspired by young filmmakers, the next generation of filmmakers, being able to tell his story out there as well, because he had some really powerful things to say. And now you made the film, like what's kind of the reaction been? Because I just got a surge just to get involved in nature, and he just really reminded you of just the beauty that this planet actually has to offer as well. What's been your reaction been like?
I think it's been pretty unanimously good.
Yeah.
We had some success in the film festival circuit. We actually won Best Icelandic Short at the Reykjavik Film Festival, which is great.
Fantastic.
Got some good reception there.
That's amazing.
And that was also one of our goals too. Like
it was a goal.
We wanted to make a film in Iceland and premiere it there, and we were able to accomplish that. So
that's fantastic.
We're very excited about that. So
yeah, like that was a good festival reaction. But I think like you guys can speak to this too. Like just showing it to our friends and family. Like a lot of people were able to, I think, had a similar reaction to you, where they came away with it like, wow, I never even thought about these types of things before. Like, I'm getting a lot out of this.
And that's exactly what you want to embrace, your audience to embrace as well. What was it like? Because obviously last night was packed with a whole generation, or the next generation of filmmakers, and yet your subject has got all this amazing life experience to share. What was that experience like at NewFilmmakers Los Angeles, and how was that for you?
I mean, I thought it was awesome. I got to meet so many people, and especially with our category, with the ageism and all of that, it was so interesting to see the different ages and all of these films on people who have had these life experiences. And I think that was so special with being able to travel with Jormungandr for a while, because he obviously had the most amazing things to say, and he spoke 7 languages. He's gone through so much, and he lives in a small flat in Iceland, and he just is so happy. Like that's the life that he is happy with living, and his goes to the gas station every morning at 5 a.m. to get his coffee, and reads the paper, and that's just like such a simple, beautiful life that makes me want to be able to live that life in Iceland, obviously. But we have goals in here to hit. So
I think going off on that too, like one really cool experience that I had too when we were with him is that the night before, he had his little flip phone, and he would tell us, okay, we're going to meet at 5 a.m. in the morning, and we knew he was going to be there. So many times today in like our world with like technology, it's easy to like cancel the morning of, right? But when I felt like I was kind of in the pastime a little bit, but it also felt really good at the same time, because we knew that we could rely on him. And what he said was, what was actually going to happen, and he was there with us through the whole process. So I think that was also really cool to experience.
I think we can all learn from that. I think in itself for sure. I love the fact that you all just did this, and you all ended up going to Iceland, and you guys are doers. I mean, when you've got a moment to say, let's make a film, let's create this, let's do it. We're all here, we're all experiencing it, and I think it's absolutely brilliant you did that. And I think forever, hopefully, you'll continue. Obviously, you've got a dream team going on here. What's next for you all?
Lots of different things. I guess we go one at a time.
Yeah, sure.
I do documentaries. I also do narrative work. So currently writing my next narrative feature film.
Fantastic.
And hoping to possibly pursue this project a little bit more.
Yeah.
Maybe make a feature out of it.
And what's the genre of your film? Next film?
Next film is like a family drama.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. Excellent. What about for you, Jack?
I mean, I'm right now. I'm mainly doing a lot of commercial work. I still do a lot of documentaries. I'm finishing up one about a former Los Angeles gang member. It's a short documentary. I definitely like to write a short kind of, short film in the future because I want to expand more into narrative stuff. But yeah, mainly documentary for me in the near future.
Fantastic.
And Alex and I were talking about making a film in the Lofton Islands.
Oh, great.
Which is actually in the Norway. So we're definitely really interested in like that kind of like, far north kind of climate.
Scandinavian landscape.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, go and enjoy nature out there. Fantastic.
Yeah.
You want to be on set with these guys, just go all over the place. What about you, Maddie?
Well, right now I'm lucky to be able to work a full-time job in the TV world. So that takes up a lot of my time.
Yeah, of course,
but,
right?
I'm in the festival circuit with a couple other films that I had, and writing new projects to hopefully squeeze in over hiatus and all of that. So working on new shorts to move on into festivals.
Fantastic. Well, thank you all for bringing light on this wonderful guy in this wonderful place, and congratulations on your wonderful filmmaking as well. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.